Welcome. November 5th. Happy Health Habits Happy Hour. Oh, and it's going to be a happy day. We have lots of fun to report. Woo! It's going to be so much fun. Love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. So, you know what? You already won because you showed up today, right? So, high fives all around, high tens. And let's do a little breathing. In with the peace and out with the chaos. And in with the love and out with any insecurities. And in with the joy. Okay, and use any of your techniques here. And out with the unhappiness. And in with the faith. And out with any fears. And in with goodness. And out with ungodliness. I like rubbing my hands, earlobes. This is a good one too. Get grounded. Anyone used a grounding, had to ground themselves this week? I had found myself holding my breath again this week. So grounding is good. Breathing is good. It stimulates our parasympathetic system so we can make better choices. Optimists show up to grow up. We are optimists and activists. We're on a mission to not a weight loss mission, right? Remember, we're on a mission for the long journey. Small steps count. We're passionate about educating people and living a healthy lifestyle. So let's see who all is here today. Amy's here. iPhone. Who's iPhone? Who's on iPhone today? Teresa. Who else am I missing? Roxy made it. Yay. So our commitment is 2-hour long game. We're passionate about educating people and living a healthy lifestyle, one habit at a time.
Hi,
Wait till
Amy.
Hi, who's this?
Sorry, it's Allison on my phone.
Oh, good. Yay. I'm glad
Yes.
to hear you, Allison. Allison, oh, I'm so happy. Do we have you for a few minutes today or like 5 or 10? What you got, girl? Because I want to let
Yeah, I'm here for a little bit.
a little bit. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'll get through just a couple things here and I'm going to let you share before you have to leave because you've got a great story. You got a great story. Everyone's going to meet Allison. So
Oh,
today, remember, we are Alicia, sorry. I'm sorry. It's Alicia, right?
Allison.
Oh, Allison. Oh, Allison. Allison, what's
Yeah,
your
you
last
said it
name?
right the first time, Amy.
Oh, Allison Sells. I'm sorry. Allison, I'm thinking of Alicia. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
Allison. All right. Now I know who I'm talking to.
Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome.
We are glad you are here. So, um, we are going to celebrate small and big victories today. We have a lot of them to celebrate. We're going to celebrate our milestones and we're going to keep moving forward, crushing our little baby mini goals, right? And we are the tribe and we are the people that hang around each other. So we hang around the people we want to be like. And we'd be in good influence on each other. So we're here to do that today for everybody because 9 out of 10 people are dying from something associated with metabolic syndrome. So we are here to show people that we can and are healing our metabolisms from the inside out. And there is a solution. And I love Craig Blanchard. He said on Monday, we can take our Superman suits off and let our capes fly now. And we can literally tell people we can help you reverse your diabetes. We don't have to be in the Clark Kent suit. We can let the Superman cape out and just say it loud and proud, which is so exciting, truly so exciting for me. In fact, What's super funny is I hope Margot's listening to this. She gave me this Wonder Woman book back in the day when we worked together in chiropractic. And so, yes, we can take the Clark Kent suit off and be wonder people for everyone around us and give them the cure to what they are struggling with and they're medicating for their entire life. We're not doomed to our genetics or our circumstances. We can take charge. And I want to applaud you all. Round of applause. High 10, because you're doing it. You're not trying, you are doing. All right. So congratulations for showing up. We're reversing, the legacy of the standard American diet and way of life. Right in this little room. All right, so much to celebrate. We got Monday night, just a little bit of holiday drama talk. Loved some tips there. Tuesday, Dr. Anderson, of course, as always, brilliant. So we can talk about that. And I have my second in-body scan to share. So we're going to talk more about metabolic healing. And we have several stories that we can hear about metabolic healing today. So we're going to hear those. And let's see, we have for sure, I want to make sure that, oh, hi, Kathy. I'm glad you're here. Oh, Allison's on camera. Hi, girl. Everybody meet Allison. Allison, this is everybody. Allison has been doing a do-it-yourself challenge. She's been listening to videos. Congratulations. She's been on, some of the win calls, and she's just kind of back ending into all this stuff, trying to get some momentum going. And so I just want to cheer you on because we got to start somewhere, right? We start stacking up little wins, and get a little momentum. Don't you feel that momentum going now, Allison?
I do. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us what you've experienced just by like the month of just kind of jumping into not knowing what any of this is. And now all of a sudden you have all this education and support. You got a life book, and tell us what you're getting out of.
Yes. I got the Habits of Health and the Life book both. And one of the big things that I've gotten out of it is, even though we have pain, because one of my struggles is pain, we need to do the exercises to help reduce that pain.
Mm-hmm.
And, what we eat, of course, counts. And, or rather not what we eat, but how we eat
Mm-hmm.
is a better way to do it. And that I have come to feel like this is a place where there's community for people who are trying to live healthy. And I need that. So thank you.
And hasn't it made a difference? Hasn't it made a difference just to have
It
a
has.
community of people like our tribe? When you want to hang around people that are good association, we rub off on you, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And you're getting some momentum.
I am.
So
I'm getting some momentum. I'm drinking my water. I'm starting to get the vegetables. I'm doing my walking every day.
awesome.
Well, not
Awesome.
every day. I've learned that I don't have to do it every day, but I'm working. That is my goal, is to get to every day. So,
Wow. Absolutely. So how many days a week has it been now?
now I'm doing it about 3-4 days a week.
Wow.
So,
Versus
and
how many days versus walking and vegetables versus where were you before?
oh, I wasn't doing any walking at all at that point. I was just doing the minimum for whatever I had to do in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm to a place now where I would say I can start walking laps outside around the house. The only
Mm-hmm.
problem with that is we're getting cold weather, so I've got to get the winter gear out.
Yep, get the winter gear out. There's no other way. Just get
Yeah.
winter gear. just get bundled up and go.
Yep,
Don't
exactly.
don't in Iowa and Minnesota, we don't let the winter win. We have to just
Oh yeah.
we have to master the winter, get the gear, buy the Uggs, just go.
Go and do it anyway.
Yep, go and do it anyway. And by the
Yeah,
way, that cold air is good for you. So going from zero momentum, negative momentum, right, Allison, when we first
yeah.
spoke, Allison was pretty in the dumps. Has anybody ever been there? Like negative,
That's
I would say negative
very
momentum. Am I
negative.
right?
I
Yeah,
was
very,
very negative,
yeah.
and now I'm starting to build some positive momentum. So,
Yeah. And all we did was sprinkle on some hope, right, Allison? And
yep,
a hope and a little help and
yep,
a little healing, a little healing
yeah,
ideas, and you got that health, you're already seeing health build, and it's just a little bit at a time. And now that you have the support and the community, you're feeling like, wow, I'm doing this, right? So that's what we're here
yes,
for. So thank
yeah,
you for sharing and thank you for showing up and be a good
yeah.
influence. You're being a good influence on those around you already. I can tell, right?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. I keep doing like sprinkling seeds of, ideas and hey, I'm doing it, you can do it too, sort of thing. So,
Awesome. That's awesome. Negative momentum too, walking and veggies and water, more water too, right? So
yeah,
those are huge. Yeah. High 10
yeah.
to you, girl.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for sharing. Thank you for
Yes, you're
sharing.
welcome.
Amy had her baby shots and thank you for sharing your ultrasounds. That's so inspiring. Did you have any idea, anything you wanted to share from Dr. Anderson or Monday night, a
Uh,
win or learn?
I was not able to listen to those because the past 2 days have been a total complete whirlwind of nonstop stuff. But I've just been enjoying, in general, I enjoy all the Zooms and the trainings and everything when I am able to get to them. And on Monday, I went to a friend's party, as an early Christmas party because she's pregnant too. And it was really good. And I met a couple of new people and it seemed really nice.
Right?
Yeah, yeah, I could invite them to
Good.
that. But it's
Yes.
a blessing to make new friends, especially since when I moved up here from Tennessee 3 years ago, and it's taken a while to break into stuff around here and try to make new friends, especially friends that stick. So
Well, yeah, that's why you've got the healthy community and you're building a healthy community around you. Keep inviting them to your healthy things, right?
yeah,
Your
oh
recipes, your little clubs and groups, and
yeah,
yeah, that's it. You're being a great influence, Amy. You're
thank you.
awesome.
I wanted to mention. Remember, I think I mentioned last time that I had made that little questionnaire, little Q&A out of the
Yep.
healthy choices webinar, how to make healthy choices when you go to parties and gatherings and stuff. And so I didn't get a chance we made it into kind of a game. I didn't get a chance to do it at my costume party, which I wanted to. But then my friend Shayna, who had the party, she made it a point that she wanted me to do her party, which I was so honored.
Awesome.
She'd been at my party and she saw the paper and she thought, oh, she said, oh, this is really informative. So we need to do it. So we did it. It was like 7 people, including myself, adults anyway.
Awesome.
And so we went around and like person read a question and answer, and then I took all the papers away and then quizzed people. Uh,
Awesome.
quizzed people
Quizzed them.
remember it was so fun, and the person who won got a prize in a little gift bag of prize stuff. So it was
Awesome.
really
Well, get ready to be a good influence like Amy on your families because we have all these little gatherings coming up right during this time of year. So be prepared to bring the healthy choice, be that leader. The guy, I've got all the guidebooks, the recipe books, everybody. So, let's lead the way, okay? I'm happy to share, and I am. So let's be thinking ahead about that. And let's see. So Jolie. Okay.
busy with my grandson to the doctor and his head concussion thing, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
so all
Okay.
morning. So I just got back,
Well,
but no, I can
hold
share.
on.
I
Hold
don't
off just a second. Let me ask, does anybody have to leave soonish? Because I want everybody to have an opportunity to share. Roxy, are you good listening? Teresa, Jane Ann, anybody want to share like what they've learned? Dr. A, Monday night. Roxy,
I'll be here, no rush, so they can go first. I'm
no
just
rush. Okay.
taking the trash and doing my
Doing your
work.
purge projects. Okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
I'm really on it.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So if you are ready, Jolie, and and Carrie, you didn't get a chance to share last week, so maybe we should let you go first. Did you want to share what you are, where you are, or I know you're a Dr. A fan. Did you want to anything today that you learned?
I did not get to watch him yesterday. I had something else going on at the same
Oh my
time.
goodness,
I know, right? I know, but
that's a
at least
first.
it's recorded, so I am hoping to go back.
Okay.
I did want to share a little bit because so you guys know I had surgery and then I was in the lockdown recovery for a month, and that actually went pretty good. And it was funny. And then when my husband came home, I thought, oh, he's gonna want to go back to, making pizzas and chocolate chip cookies. And I'm like, but he knew before he left that my goal was, I am going to be in the kitchen every day and I am going to make something for me. And I am not going to cook different things for everybody. So
You took your power
I'm being
back in the
healthier
kitchen.
now. And
Took your
it's
power
actually
back.
going really good because shocker of shockers, he came home with, oh, what do you call these little lancets and check your blood sugar levels because while he was staying at his brother's, he found out he was, what do you call that? High glucose, insulin resistant.
Ah, insulin resistant. Mhm.
And so my husband always says, well, I look at my brother and he's like 5 years older. So in 5 years, that's what I'm gonna be like. That's so now he's like taking an interest. What's a vegetable? What makes your blood sugar go up? And I got a blood pressure thing and an oximeter, and he's actually got high blood pressure.
Okay, this is a husband, guys. There is hope.
Wow. This is what I'm saying.
There
And
is
so
hope. This is what you're saying. He has blood pressure, he has blood sugar, he probably has, right, off triglycerides, right? All the things.
yeah, and he wants to go get it all checked out. He's like, should I get my gallbladder looked at too? Maybe I have stones forming. And I'm like, and down here it's like it's $40 to just go get a scan. So it's like,
Yeah.
go do it, then And it's like now, I mean, we have all these little instruments here that we've never had in the
Wow.
house.
Wow.
And
Wow.
he wants to know how to eat better. And so when people see me, because I'm starting to go out a little bit, and they're like, oh, you've lost so much weight. And to me, it's not about the weight, but the visceral gloopy
The
stuff
visceral, the visceral
that,
fat. Yeah.
that my
Yeah.
doctor's like, I'm going to show you your liver, but he got all distracted while he was in there on the surgery for the gallbladder. But
Because
I'm
you're
like,
having fatty
so when
liver as
people
well.
say, oh, you've lost a lot of weight, I said, you know what? I'm feeling better. So it's not about the numbers for me.
Right.
It never really
Right.
has been, but I'm feeling better. I'm taking better care of me, and others around me are starting to do some as well. So my environment has stayed improved into the, and
And
like
that
you were
has,
saying, Allison, it's not all about I have to walk every day at first and I have to have all the willpower because it's not that, it's skill power. So my mindset has really stayed good and focused on me taking care of me
and now your environment is changing around you. Those people are stepping
a
up
little bit. So I'm
a
nervous
little bit.
about going out more and going to restaurants, and everybody wants to
Yeah.
eat out. But I actually have been out twice, and it's like, oh, there's healthy stuff on the menu too. And boy, that was delicious. And
Mhm.
one lady at the restaurant, she's like, I didn't think, are you a vegan? And I'm like, not usually, but I am today.
Yeah.
for what I'm
Good
ordering.
for
And it was
you.
great.
Good for you. Environmental improvements, choices, power back. I love Carrie, I love it. It's so you needed this so much. You needed
I
this.
did.
Now keep
And
us,
I actually needed the month at home, not just to recover, but to
yes.
get my mindset fully
Yes.
grounded. It
Yes.
is who I really am.
Yeah,
It's not
it
something I'm
is.
doing.
It is. And yes, it is. And now that we have the gold standard of ruling out, like we can reverse diabetes, we can reverse the blood, all the, hyperlipidemia or the cholesterols and all that. We know how to do it, and it's not a secret, guys. And you can teach, and your husband, and you're already leading, but now you can start to dribble that in as well, because we know how to reverse it. It's not a secret. We just gotta do it, right? So I'm so happy for you. So great. And
Yeah.
we're creating health from the inside out. We're healing from the inside out. And Jolie's gonna tell her story today of healing from the inside out. I've got my scans. I want to share my before and after. And then of course Sarah, she's got some great things to share as well as improvements. And I wanna just make sure you guys remember, health is your wealth, right? We have a million problems until we don't, we can have a million problems and distractions until we don't have our health. And then we only have one problem, and that's getting our health back. So never ever sell it short. My heart goes out to our fellow coach, Terry, who lost her husband to colon cancer. And say, keep her in your heart and prayers. We've got Phyllis still in
Yesterday,
treatment.
right?
Yeah, Phyllis still in treatment, and Kathy's husband's still, recovery, and he's in recovery, but look at all around you, right? And Steph, she has someone dying, her best friend's dying of cancer. So it's just this is our job, right? It's our job. No one is coming to save us. We have to come and save ourselves. No one is coming. Guess what? It's up to you. I hate to say. No one's coming. So,
I just want to throw something in right with that. I really, when you said taking your power back, and that's what it
yes.
is. It's you have to be your own advocate. And the interesting thing, because I did this like, I don't know, 5, 7 years ago when I kind of reversed thyroid condition by eating healthy. And the interesting thing that went along with it, before the numbers changed, before, you could see on the printout from the doctor,
Mhm.
I had a clean conscience because I knew I was doing what was right for me. And it all goes with that taking your power back and being your
Taking your
advocate.
power, doing what's right for
It's
you,
so, it's huge.
taking care of this vehicle we have been gifted is our job, right? Taking care, how well do we take care of our vehicle? We had a call the other night, and somebody said, if you are magically gifted the perfect body and the perfect bill of health right now today, okay, everybody imagine that in your mind today, perfect bill of health, perfect body in your mind. How long would it take you to go back to where you are right now? That's a good question. Okay. If you're not too sure about that, that's where you see the gap, right? The skill sets. We've got to keep working and learning and growing, because if we don't, we will go backwards, right? We'll go back to what we were doing. So keep you committed to learning and growing, winning and learning, right? Keep committed to that. If you don't ever quit commitment to that, you will never go back, right? So you just won't. You just won't. So Carrie, keep moving, keep moving. You got it. You got the momentum going now. From -100 to moving. You're above zero. This is great. I love it. So let's see. How about Jolie? Let's go ahead and let Jolie tell about her inside out healing story. I think she's gonna steal the show today.
Don't know about that.
Uh,
Monday I had my annual physical with my doctor, and I had my annual last November, so it's been 1 year. So we go in and, first of all, on their scale, and it is different from mine. I showed that I've lost like 30 pounds, but on their scale, it clearly showed I lost 25 pounds since my appointment last year, but that 25 pounds was since August 11th.
Guess what? Your
So
scale
that
is
was-
right. Theirs isn't.
And you probably had clothes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah,
one,
there you
you
go.
have
There you
clothes
go.
on.
And
It's the middle of the
shoes,
day. You're
shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. Yeah, there.
Yeah, yours is the one you
that's-
use every
that's true. I
day,
should have
so
told
that's
them
what we're
that,
going
yeah.
Yes.
So we started off with that, so that was a good plus. And then they asked, what are your concerns or anything? And so I just said that I started sharing that I had gotten my labs done last week, because when I went there, I wanted to be able to have Dr. Banzel compare last year's labs with this year's labs. And every single lab is better than it was last year. And I'm on cholesterol medication, but my cholesterol is better than it's ever been. And my triglycerides, I had a fatty liver last year, and fatty liver can cause liver damage. It can cause cirrhosis. It wasn't severe fatty liver, but nevertheless, it was fatty liver. There is no fatty liver anymore. That is gone. And triglycerides went down 64 points.
wow.
And my good cholesterol, the HDL is better than I've ever had. And my LDL, the bad cholesterol, went down 34 points. So that was a big win too. So labs were a huge win. Dr. Banzel just smiled and smiled. And so with the weight and the labs and how are you feeling and all that, I just said I feel much better. And she said, what have you done? And I said, I've chosen, I said, I have a life coach, and I've chosen to make a lifestyle change. I said, this is not a diet. I'm choosing to make a lifestyle change that I can continue on forever. I said, that's what I want. And she's just sitting there just glowing, and she's just kind of shaking her head. And I told her, I said, so much of this, I said, I started out in May, and I just started listening to Zooms and Wednesday wellness and meeting new friends and hearing their wins. And I said, we all get to share wins at all this meeting. I said, we go around, and I was explaining what we do on Wednesdays. And she just sits there smiling. And so I kind of just talked nonstop for quite a while. And I said, the weight has been good. And I said, I feel so much better. I said, I was not a water drinker at all. And I said, there's days I struggle, but I said, I try to get in 64 ounces of water, and I try to do motion, and I'm still working on, I got to do more walking. But whenever I can, I walk downtown instead of driving my car downtown. And then I said, but the biggest thing is it's a mindset. I said, more than losing the weight, it is just made me healthier in my head, in my mind. And it's the community. I said, I would recommend this to anybody who'd want to listen, because it's a new mindset. It's a positive, it's a community, it's uplifting, encouraging all the time. And so I was telling her that. And then I said, I have a workbook, and I took it with me, and I pulled my book out, and I said, just look at this. I went to the index, and I said all these different elements and what they explain. And I said, some of the calls will go directly to element this or element that. And I said, so I read and I try to take notes, and I showed her my notebook. And she said, oh my goodness, Jolie, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. And I said, and then I have another book, and I took that book too. And I said, Dr. Anderson, and I said, I haven't gotten a lot of this read, but it's a reference, and I'm working towards that, along with the the book with the elements. And she said, well, let me look at that. I'd like to look at that book. And so I showed her the elements, and she was looking through it, and she said, you know, I have patients that could really benefit from this. Now, if I had patients that come to me and would be willing to do what you're doing, she said, this could be so beneficial. This is wonderful. And I said, oh yeah, it's all about, I had a metabolic reset challenge, and I was just explaining everything. And she said, yes, you are right. You are absolutely right. She said, Jolie, I am so proud of you. This is wonderful. And she said, can I look at this book? And I said, actually, I brought a set of books for you if you're interested in keeping them for your practice. And you can read them or not read them, but I brought them for you. And I said, and I can get them. I can get more and more off of thrift.com. And I was telling her, and she, oh my goodness, Jolie, yes, I will take these books. And she gave me a great big hug. And she's all about it. She said, I will definitely look at these, and when I have patients that possibly would talk like that you wanted to do this for yourself and they want to, she said, this is excellent. This is wonderful. She said, thank you so much. And so she took the books. She's keeping the books. And I told her I can gladly get her more books if she needs them. And she says, I have a couple of people already in mind that may be, that I feel may be willing to listen to this. So anyways, it was a win, 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 win.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so,
That
yeah,
is
it was,
amazing.
yeah. And so
I don't know
asked
how
her,
Amy Michelle stayed quiet, but she's balling over there. And Sharon's just glowing. You're making everybody so happy and proud of you.
I asked her, I said,
I can't find a Kleenex.
I asked her if at what point could I consider stopping my cholesterol medication because those numbers are so good. And she said, I will let you cut it in half. She said, I don't want you to stop right now because it could rebound. I want to cut it in half, and then if it remains the same or gets even better, she said, yes, I'll take you off of your cholesterol medication. So that was a win as well. And I told her that the omeprazole, because I do have bad heartburn and indigestion, and so I take omeprazole every day. But I'm cutting that back to about every other day. And for the last couple months, I have not had not one episode of heartburn or indigestion, gastric reflux, nothing at all. I wrote down the day, but I wasn't, it just wasn't happening. And after a while, I thought, you know what, Jolie, you haven't even been waking up in the night, with that terrible feeling. It almost wants to take your breath away sometimes. So, yeah, that's
Awesome.
that's the story. So it's good, and I'll stay in touch with her too, so that if she wants more information. And then I was asking Sharon the other day if I should, forward the links for WIN calls, or I know she would accept them. I don't know when she would be able to watch them with her practice, but so I don't know about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yet, but
Yeah,
she was
sure
very,
can.
very, very pleased. And she said towards the end, she said, Jolie, you know, when I walked in the room, immediately, I felt there's a different Jolie here today. She said, last year you were, you know, you had lost Milo, and it was, you know, we had a lot of things to talk about, and, you know, struggling, and she'd actually increased the medication so I could relax, you know, not have so much craziness in my head and kind of relax. And but that's cut back to the normal. That's cut back too. But she said, it's now I know why. She said, you are a different Jolie. And she said, I could feel that just walking in and looking at you today. So anyway.
That's
Oh,
Okay.
I don't even know what to say other than you guys are witnessing a flat out miracle right here.
True story.
Sharon, you can take yourself off mute and say something, but this is a flat out miracle. And this is exactly what we do. That's exactly what the system, this comprehensive system is designed to do right here on a silver platter with Jolie sharing that was her experience. And that is the design of all of this. And I don't even know what to say to you, Jolie. It's just so amazing. I have seen this for so many years, but that we can say it out loud now and we have the proof and we have the science to back it up. And you are a living, breathing, you just saved your life. You just saved your life. We are losing lives like flies. You have saved your life. You have prolonged your life. The quality and quantity of it will no doubt be completely different than before. Where was your momentum before, Jolie? Where were you? You were alone, at home, in the dark,
Darkness.
going down, right?
A lot of dark days, a lot of dark days. And never,
lot
you
of
know,
dark.
every now and then I have, you know, every now and then I have a day because I just, it's
Sure.
lonely. I miss Milo a
normal.
lot. But there are so many more good days.
Good day.
They're just, yeah, it's a total change. And I've been making all
Nicole.
kinds of really, really good food for my 97 and 100-year-old ladies. And then I even have another friend I'm making good food, and I made some really good food the other day, a new recipe. And I take one little tiny sliver to just taste it. And then you know, I got just a little taste, and I don't feel like, oh man, I'm really missing out. I'm okay with that. And the other day I made these chicken enchiladas and I had extra, and I told Lindsay, I said, do you want them? And my daughter, and she said, absolutely. And I said, I tasted them and I said, they're good, but I said, they're not really good like I normally, but I think my taste buds have just changed because she said they were excellent. So when I taste things, you know, things just don't, they're still tasty, but
Your
you
taste
know,
buds change. Yeah, your taste buds
I
change.
think they really have, yeah.
Thank you, Sharon. If you do want to add anything, you're the coach here. You're responsible for showing up, knocking on her door and saying, I'm not letting you go down,
And
girlfriend. And that's
thank you,
what I want.
thank you, Sharon.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I
other
want.
big
I
part
really,
in this circle.
Those
wanna
first
shout
couple
out.
knocks and those first couple
Yeah.
phone calls were scary because I thought, oh gosh,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to follow through with anything. I never do, you know.
I want you to
Look at
put
you now.
yourself, I want you to put yourself in 9 out of 10 people's shoes around you. 9 out of 10 people's shoes around you felt exactly that way. Oh no, here comes Sharon. Look at what has happened. I'm serious, you guys. We have to keep putting our necks out, even if we're uncomfortable. 9 out of 10 people could tell this same story if they had the chance. Do you know what I'm saying?
You
To have,
lead with your heart, Sharon.
What?
See what happens when you lead with your heart.
Yeah,
You connect
she
with
has,
another heart.
she has
Yeah.
totally had a metabolic reset.
Oh,
total.
Amazing.
I mean,
Amazing.
she's healing from the inside out. I mean,
Metabolic.
that's,
Yeah.
you know,
And Dr. Banzel just agreed with, she said, you got it. She said, you are right. This is wonderful. This is.
It's like you took the button on her computer, Sharon, and you just went, boom, you know what? Sharon, we're gonna reset this and I'm coming over every day if I have to.
You know, that helps
Well, it
too.
wasn't quite like that. She was, you know,
But
But seriously.
accountability.
she had a
and
lot
I forgot
of
she had to leave.
apprehension that I can't do this. I can't, you know, I can't even drink water. I can't even, you know, I can't do anything consistently. So, you know, she's
Yeah.
just done amazing. You know?
Yeah,
And
that's
Sharon turned the I
Well,
can't into I can't,
I've
didn't you,
learned,
Sharon?
if we can complain consistently, at least we're consistent. So we can be consistent. We just
Can't
have
be
to.
Just flip it. I had a question for Jolie, because I too had really excellent blood results, and I'm only on a 20 milligram cholesterol medicine, but my cholesterol was low, and I asked the same question, could I just not take it anymore? And then he's kind of said the same thing. Well, then it might, you know, you might rebound it back, but I'm only taking 20 milligrams, so that's kind of hard to cut in half.
Well,
But
you know what? Get a go to a grocery or not, a pharmacy and get a little pill cutter. They are hard, but
Yeah,
I would cut it in half. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Kathy. Absolutely. I would get a pill cutter, good
It
advice.
would
And
be worth
Sarah,
the
Yvonne,
investment.
she
Yeah.
can speak to this. Sarah, would you share with Kathy what you know, you've done some of your own weaning off as well, right? And tell us about your success here. You've got some huge wins too.
Well, my primary win is, as we discussed this morning, is the war in my head.
Mhm.
So my goal is twofold: to battle the things that's going on in here. And once, as I'm progressing through the other things, the other stuff will disappear along with it. I was diagnosed, well, I've been dealing with doctors who poo-poo me because of my age and my family history and what I've always gone through, you know, in my own medical history. When I was saying, looking at my meds and stuff, they just poo-poo me. So I looked at what the reports, when they do my blood work and everything, I'm looking at that. They're telling me I have to be on these meds for the rest of my life. So I went into prayer, and my conclusion is I don't have to be.
No, you
I
don't.
have to, and my struggle when I first started was focusing on the weight, on the weight, on the weight. But I said, wait a minute, you've got so many other things going on that you need to focus on those
Healing.
things, like the healing from within.
Yes, healing. Not weight. Yes.
So
Healing.
the medication, Jolie, that you were talking about for digestion,
Yeah.
I took myself off that. And when the doctor said, well, how are you doing with that? We see that, you know, you're not complaining and stuff. I said, well, I don't take it anymore. She said, well, if that works for you, that's fine. Now, when it came to my type 2 meds, the doctor looked at my blood work, and she reduced me from taking it twice a day to once a day. I reduced myself from taking it 7 days to 3 days. When it came to my blood pressure, I only take that twice a week. And they're seeing improvement, but they're not changing the meds. And they are looking at it and say, oh, the meds are really working for you. And I'm sitting there going, I'm not taking it like you're saying, because they've been fighting me, you know, with that.
Meanwhile, she's eating her every 2 to 3 hours. She's drinking her water. She's increasing her movement, right? She's doing the things that heal from the inside out. Guys.
Yep. And I see that it's still a battle for me because I can feel it in my body. You know, my hands are constantly swelling and stuff. But what you said to me, Amy, and what the physical therapist said to me, because I had to start going to physical therapy, is that I have to build muscles to stop the pain.
Yes. Yep.
So
That's exactly right.
why I was backing off from exercising because everything was hurting so much, I've got to fight through it to build the muscles so that pain will go away. So those are my
Yes, and I'm going to send you the video about metabolic health because he talks, and I didn't do it last week. Forgive me, specifically about we don't necessarily need the replacements of our body parts. We need to strengthen our bodies. So it's really important what you just said, and I will make sure to send that out if you haven't seen it. Go back and watch it. It was Jared and Amber Smith's, and to Kathy, your point, not to dismiss your question. Here's the deal about cholesterol, guys. I have 243. I've always had 240, 250, 260. Okay. It's the HDL to cholesterol ratio that matters. I've never been on a drug ever. I will not. Okay. I will not because the cholesterol meds aren't doing what they're purported to do.
Right.
No. Okay. So Kathy, take that ratio of 8. If your HDL is good.
Yeah.
Divide what's do you know your numbers you want to share or not? You don't have to. But
I can find it real quick.
Okay.
Keep talking.
It's you divide the HDL into the total cholesterol. If it's a 3-to-1 ratio, you're good to go. You're good to go. Serious. I've been just monitoring my ratios all along, and every year they tell me I need to go on it. Nope. I say no, thank you. No, thanks.
Amy, I'm going to have to revisit that with you because at the end of December, I have an appointment with the cardiologist who put me on the meds.
Yeah.
So I don't know where my numbers are now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need a little.
Yeah, the important part is we have power and we can say no. We can change our lives and work with our doctors and work with our bodies and we can be safe and heal from at the same time, Kathy. So if
it's not on here on this one chart, but I got it online, so
we can talk about it later.
Yeah, I'll give it to you later.
Yeah. It's the
But
ratios
that's
that
something,
matter.
Sarah, too, you can request. I'd just like to have my, blood panels done again.
Yeah.
You request that. Then you know your numbers, where you're at currently.
Yep. And also in terms of cancer, guys, always have your vitamin D tested. It won't be standard, but it's a precursor. It's a really important piece, vitamin D and K, for cancer prevention. So always ask for that. They'll never do it for you. You always have to ask.
I have that done, but they never told me about the K. It was watching one of the videos.
Yeah.
One of our videos that they mentioned K2 should be taken with D3. And no one has ever said that.
Yeah. I can't be given medical advice, but I can be giving you advice about healing your body metabolically from the inside out, right? What you do with your meds, you have to do with your doctor. You have to do it with your, for yourself. All I'm saying is, you can look at things in a way that's a balanced perspective.
Yeah.
And, make sure you have you have all the information. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been taking care of your body for a goodly while, Sarah Bond. You know how to do the investigation, what's right for you. But it's not wrong to ask for a test and get the numbers because then you know where you are.
Well, that's one thing. My doctor has been very good with doing lab work, but one doctor seems to not want to go into the field of the other doctor. So my medical doctor will give me the numbers, but she's waiting for me to go to the cardiologist for them to say what to do with the numbers.
Because your body doesn't work Because you're a carburetor and you're a spark plug. You're not a whole human being engine, right? Because that's the way our system works, and that's not the case. Everything has to work in harmony, right? But we don't do that in our system. We use it's a sick care system, and we Roxy, Teresa, Jane Ann, do you guys have anything to share, wins or learns? Kathy, anything from, you always have a share? Did you learn anything, get a chance to do Dr. A or have any words of wisdom? She always has great notes. Kathy shared the Mel Robbins cancer thing last week, very timely. Make sure you go watch it again. It was wonderful.
I
Yeah,
did
go ahead,
listen
Roxy.
to both Dr. Anderson and Monday night. They were both really good. I took lots of notes. Dr. Anderson, and even just, listening to him answer those couple questions were really good too. I mean, I think we all could identify with some of those same questions that they had.
Yes, yes.
I just think, a couple of things that really hit me was let go of the past. It's God. He said you can't change it. And I think, I know for myself, I dwell on the past and you can't fix it. It's done. And that was really helpful just to have him say that again. And to
Yeah,
be
you can't
present.
make, he says you can't make the past happy, right,
Yeah,
Kathy?
you can't make the past happy. So just let it go. And then again, just, he always really stresses take little steps. I think we always think we have to, get right to perfection, and it's never going to happen. So take little steps and be happy with your journey. So yeah, there was a lot of really good insight into that.
Amen.
And then on Monday, let's see, just, again, the drama of the holidays, they kind of intertwined a little bit, talking about, he was into the drama triangle and we put ourselves there ourselves. And then again, they both stressed stop, challenge, and choose, and to take that deep breath. So
what they say is they said something about lack when you get in the place of lack. Did you catch that? About gratitude.
Oh, gratitude, yes.
When you find yourself being in the place of feeling like you're lacking something, your gratitude is out the window.
Right. And she said, if you do give gratitude, you're going to judge less. And I think that's so true too.
You judge less.
Gratitude's actually the antidote.
Yeah, for judging. Yeah.
Judging people. Look for the good. Be grateful for what you got, and the chase is something about the joy comes in. The joy flows in, or something. It was beautifully said.
You got your mic open, Roxy. Did you want to add?
Yeah, Roxy, what you got, girl?
Add something or?
Yeah, I think the same. I listened to both and twice for to get everything. Yeah, it's a lot of information, but those calls, I'm just remembering when those ladies have an attitude with their family, like they don't act like they wanted to do it. The doctor said they can really do anything. It's just we only can do our own, and just don't pretend like your brother is gonna act like the way you will do it.
Oh, right. You can only control your own behavior.
Yes. So yeah, so much information actually. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes.
Remember, but yeah. So we're being like with all these positive thoughts. So we just need to absorb it, and like he said, just put a play so many times and absorb.
I replay them I've replayed them a couple times at least too, Roxy, to catch it all. It's good. Replays are good. And don't make up stories.
I always think I'm gonna, but it's like I have to sit and I have to take notes.
She's a note taker. I've become a
there's
listener.
something else to listen to.
Yeah,
I see Teresa has her mic open. Did you want to say something, Teresa?
I just want to shout out to Sharon. for keeping me on the level, and congrats to Jolie. I've been doing really well so far. This is not my first time on program, but I am bound and determined to stick with it this time. And the other times I've not really been into the Zooms or any of the mind games with it. You know, I just went in and lost the weight, and then it came all back on. So this time I am destined to to use the support, and so far I'm doing really well, and I'm kind of like Jolie. I'm looking forward to my next doctor visit and seeing where my numbers are. But personally, I feel tons better. You know, I had an achy hip and an achy knee, and that is gone. I'm a lot more motivated. I retired a couple years ago, and when I retired, I just kind of just did what I wanted to when it came to eating and all of that. So I'm back to good habits, and Sharon has been wonderful support for me. So.
And
Oh,
hugs and love
congrats.
for you. Amen.
Oh.
Congratulations for speaking up and showing up. Honestly, it's the key. Show up to grow up, we always say.
Yes, and thank you,
We got a
Sharon,
lot
for
of
being
growing.
you.
Yeah, Sharon, we got a lot of growing up to do, don't we all? And who in this room has ever said, "Oh, I can do it all myself. I don't need that stuff." Who's ever said that?
Well, I proved
Probably.
myself wrong that way, because that's what I thought in the past, but I know better now.
Oh, yeah, we know, but if we knew better, we would do better. But now we know because we learn. So we win, and we know, Teresa, we win and we learn. We never fail. We always win and learn, and you learned something, right? You learned you
Exactly.
couldn't do it on your own. You learned you needed some of that stuff and a little sprinkle of support. It goes a long way. So I'm proud of you for showing up, girl. Love it.
Thank you.
And I
Love it.
just
Look
want
at
to
all
throw
your
something
wins.
in right here
How
at the
long has
end.
it been?
Teresa.
I've
I'm
only
sorry,
been
Teresa.
on program for a month. I've lost about 13 pounds, 12 and a
And
half
look,
pounds.
Oh,
and look at all
So
your wins, all the pain and all the things you just
yes,
said.
yeah.
Awesome.
The
Awesome.
big win is, you know, just feeling better.
Yeah.
I can tell I lost a lot of the puffiness and that kind of thing. And my sleep is better. My movement is definitely less painful. I can go down the steps without hanging onto the railing, and I can just buzz down those steps now. And so, you know, obviously it's not just the weight, because you know, you take 12 pounds off, that helps, but it's just everything else, that the toxins and all of the junk from what I ate before is gone. And so, yeah, I'm feeling so much better. So
It's inflammation going
exactly.
away. And I have a client who just 2 weeks, 20 pounds. That's how much
Wow.
inflammation she's holding. 2
Wow.
weeks, 20 pounds. That's not weight, guys. That's inflammation.
Yeah.
Water, weight. Your body is trying to protect you from inflammation. So you feel better right away. It's
And I've
awesome.
said she's healing from the inside out too.
That's right.
Yay.
that's awesome. Congratulations, Teresa. That's awesome.
Oh, I just want to go cry. I quit. The rest of the day, I quit. I'm gonna go cry. Honestly.
Sharon's the
Sharon.
rock star.
Ben is part of
Sharon.
the
Listen to your
solution.
body, Amy. If
Oh.
that's what you need, that's what you need.
It-
Yeah,
it's
and
I
funny.
might
Kyle.
need to just go cry, honestly. Sharon, do you have anything to say?
Well, I was gonna say, you know, we listen over and over and over again, and I don't know how many times I've heard somebody say, you know, over and over, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta get this, you know. Oh, you know, you gotta hear it more than once. I mean, you just have to keep showing up.
Yes.
Hear it
Yeah.
more than once.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
one of the things that from the other night, and it, you know, Dr. A talks about this all the time, but thoughts come before feelings. So thoughts create feelings, feelings create energy, and of course it's not a good energy usually. Energy causes action, action produces results. Well, most of the time we're in, you know, it's related to our response, you know, our feelings. And then he said something about was talking to the one gal, and he said, you know, she couldn't figure out how she can't respond, you know, to her husband. And she said, or he said, you have to create a bigger gap between your feelings and your response. You're not creating a big enough response, you know, time between your feelings and your response. And we've always talked about, but we need at least 90 seconds to process, you know, when our feelings come up and how we want to react.
Mhm.
A longer gap between, you know. So, I mean, I've heard it a million times, you know, but I keep hearing it and keep, you know, because things come up all the time. If you don't use it every day, which is luckily if you don't have to use it every day, but it's that gap. You said you're missing that gap.
Have you guys ever been around someone who's losing their cool recently? Like, have you? Losing their cool, like they're not they're emotionally completely dysregulated. They're angry, they're right. They're, you know, you feel it, right?
Oh,
Woo!
yeah.
Create a physical get distance if you have to, or create a, you know, for sure that conversation gap has to happen. But even sometimes physically, you gotta just sort of, right? It's real. It's an energy, right? And it will toxify you. Go ahead, Sharon. I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, you just end up doing or saying something you regret later.
Right. Right.
So mind the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one other thing that
I had to do that with my mom on Monday. I was like, whoa, gap.
I don't know.
Monday, you mean for the next decade?
I don't know what that was all about, but I'm like creating a gap. Yeah, it was, I needed to stop challenge shoes.
And that was also it would have been in the life book. I'm not sure what page 135, element 5. It's just keep going back to element 5, you know, the questions, what happened? What did you want to
Yeah.
have happen? What was missing? What is next? And then
Yep.
question number 5 is, did I die? Did you die?
Is that page 137?
135, I think it
135.
was.
Did I
mean, I don't think
die?
in there they said, did you die? But that was another question to ask, you know.
Did I die?
Am I gonna die? You know, I mean,
Am I gonna die here? Okay.
know.
Ooh, that's a good one. Am I
Um,
gonna die here? That's a good one.
anyway, those are just some things that, like I said, I hear them over and over and over, and I just need to keep hearing them over and over and over. I guess the other
Yeah.
thing, I can't hold a grudge and gratitude and have gratitude at the same time.
Fact.
Fact.
And for the same, you can't be producing cortisol stress and at the same time oxytocin, dopamine.
They don't
you
go,
can't
yeah,
they,
you
they don't go
right.
at the same time, right? Nervous
Yeah.
system lady.
Right, exactly. You can't run cortisol at the same time. Yeah, it's a different hormone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great thing. That's great, Sharon. That's awesome.
Gratitude. More gratitude, please.
Yes, more gratitude.
Right.
So Sharon is gonna do another in-body scan, and she's got her next level kind of 3.0 story. They're moving this. You're gonna hear a lot about 3.0, and what that means is just what it just means is take yourself to the next level. Take yourself out of diet mindset. We're moving this whole company like the great big Titanic to metabolic resets. And we're going to be making sure everyone knows their numbers. If you don't have an in-body scanner in your chiropractic office near you, you can get one in your bathroom. Making sure everyone knows the truth behind the numbers, because it's where the healing happens. It's not you against gravity. It's not your weight number. It's about your water mass, your fat mass, your lean muscle mass. It's about your ratios. Okay. So we're shifting this whole thing for you guys, focusing not on that trauma on the scale, like the number, right? That you know what I'm saying? So that's where we're going with this. When you see this metabolic synchronization, and I shared that video, and you're going to start hearing more about it. It's this stuff. It's what's happening to Jolie. It's what's happening to Sarah. It's what's happening to Teresa. You know, Teresa, it's the truth behind the numbers is in those details. And so we're going to start focusing you guys all on the details and watching, you know, okay, your weight didn't go down, but look at your, you know, your muscle mass has gone up, or your water weight's gone down, or, you know, right? We're going to be look, does that make sense? And so that's where this all is going. And I totally forgot to talk about my story because of everything. So I'm just going to say, I'm just going to say, um, I don't want to take too long, but I do want to say I'm blown away by this. I personally, I have to tell you this because I've been grappling for 5 days about what to do with this information. I last week told you guys I'm going to do a 5-in-1. I'm going to do a reset because I feel like junk, right? I feel like I've gained weight. I don't fit in my clothes well. Since then, I've talked to my chiropractor about my gallbladder being missing, and I'm on a whole new regimen with my gallbladder because that's causing a digestive problem. And what had happened when I got my body scan, I got my first one in February, and I was afraid to do it because I didn't want to know the numbers. So if you're afraid, it's okay. Be afraid, feel the fear, and do it anyway. I was afraid to know the truth. Got it. And I wasn't trying to lose weight or anything. I just wanted to know what the truth was. My husband and I started lifting more weights. I was half-heartedly using the aminos. I wasn't real committed, but I was using the aminos like, you know, and I was lifting more weights. We got a weighted vest and we went up to 20 pounds on our weight. So we were actively trying to gain muscle, but I didn't have a specific plan. It's now 9 months later, and I got this other scan. I'm terrified. Literally, seriously, I'm terrified on Friday, and I'm terrified to get the scan because I'm thinking, oh, I've gained 5 or 10 pounds, you know. I'm in diet drama. I'm scared to get the scan. I don't want to know. Okay. So if you're there, it's okay. Even your coaches. But what I found out was that I literally have 0 pounds to lose. I have 0 muscle mass to gain. I actually have gained muscle mass, and I have lost visceral fat since February. And all I have been doing is just half-heartedly taking the aminos and increase my weights. I've changed nothing else really. And I have 2% less fat around my trunk, my right leg, my left leg, in each area, 2% in each area, less body fat. So decreased body fat and increased muscle mass. And I have lowered my visceral fat. Now I have the lowest safe amount of visceral fat. I don't have a lowest safe amount of visceral fat, you guys. And I thought I was going on the 5-in-1 to lose some weight. No, I can't because I can't go there. I can't stand to lose more visceral fat because I'm at the lowest. Does that make sense? So here, you know, so here I am in this place, and this is not where you guys are. I'm in this place of I'm sad because I'm not skinny sick. I can't fit in my skinny pants the way I used to because I'm lean and mean. I'm stronger and I'm fitter and I'm toner and my body is different. Does that make sense? So now I'm grappling with this like, oh, but I want to fit in those jeans the skinny way. No, because I have more muscle. I have better legs. I have better, do you know what I'm saying? My tone is amazing. I'm 55. I cannot even believe what my legs and my arms look like and that I can lift that 20-pound thing. It's crazy to me. So this is completely accidental and totally unexpected. And I got the exact opposite information I thought I was going to. And it is metabolic healing at my level. Does that make sense? Because I have less visceral fat and more muscle. That's exactly what our program is proven to do, even at my level. And I haven't had to try to lose weight for 8 years. Well, six years.
Yeah. So
Isn't
it's
that
not about weight, it's about stay healthy.
It's not about weight. And so I'm my own example here of it can get better. It does get better. It can continue to improve. Your metabolism does continue to change. Your body does still heal. And my waist is smaller than it was before. And I'm 55. Now, how many 55-year-olds want to see their waist again? Like 9 out of 10, right? I mean, it's crazy. So I just want to share with you, this is an accidental thing, but I was reeling. I didn't even know what to do with the information because I was fixed on this one thing. So I'm
Happy
excited
accident.
to just, yeah, it was a happy accident. So I have to share that. We got to go now. It's 1:15, but that's for me, it's my own proof that after 8 years, this you still can up your game and you can still
Yeah.
take things to the next level and that metabolic healing happens. So I'm going to do that challenge. I'm going to give everyone the next 5 people before the 16th who want to jump in and try a 5-in-1. I'm going to give them literally gift them a body comp scale and probably a box of pretzels or something. And try, if anyone wants to try the 5-in-1, any of your friends or family who want to just try it for a month and kick it down the road, we'll do that. I'll give them a scan and I will gift you a body scanner too to have at home. Not a scan, but a body comp scale at home if you want to get some of these numbers yourself. Let's do that.
Or your
And let's,
doctor, Jolie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be great. Maybe your doctor would want to jump into it. And then again, as always, yes, invite anyone, even if they're your doctor, to the win calls and to the Wednesday.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to invite. At least
It
they know
doesn't
where to
matter
show
if they're
up.
doctor. She'd be the first MD on my watch, but we have a Thursday group, you guys. They have medical practitioners. There are doctors in that group, medical doctors and nurses. So there are some of them that will listen. So keep talking to your doctors because some of them get it and some of them don't. But keep inviting and let's see if we can't find 5 people to be another Jolie story and another Sarah story in the next couple weeks. So 9 out of 10 people shake the trees. Let's find somebody. I want to save more lives and I want to help them. I want to help them save more lives, right? Help you, Jolie. Everybody, thank you so
Great
much.
story.
Let's
Group hug.
let's just keep sharing and be brave, be sharing and keep caring and sharing. I love you all. Let's go shake the trees and find some people who don't want to be on pills anymore and let's teach them how. Right. Love you guys. We'll talk
Love you
soon.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Have
See
a
you
great
next week.
week.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a great week. Thanks for sharing, everybody.
Love you all.